see the signs? Do we not read the signs? Can we not actually recognize the signs, or is it that ego hidden deep down within our deep subconscious levels that prevents us from accepting the fact that it is His favors which is clearly evident, His control on the entire universe and every step that we take is clearly evident to us, but why we put it all on the signs and not on His favors, which has no complete explanation or logic, because His favors are beyond logic, explanation and human understanding. He knoweth all, and it is He that knoweth all, the hidden and the unseen, the King, the Lord of the universe. Now, as per the holy verses, whatever you believe in, whatever religion you belong to, one thing is very much clear and evident that we can see from our eyes. It is He has set the mountains right for us, blessed us with the gravitational force. The mountains don't move and tilt and walk along with us. He has scattered variety of plants and animals of different kind of breeds on the earth. Do we not realize the signs that is most evident to us? Then how will we recognize all those hidden secrets that He has given to us, that is in store in the universe for us to reap the benefits and the most of it? How will we be able to make the most of it if we are not able to recognize the clear signs which is evident to us in form of the favors that that one supreme power has bestowed on us? He has bestowed upon us variety of animals. He has scattered the variety of plants on this earth. He has sent down the rainwater, frothed the sky and caused variety of bounteous vegetations to grow on it. It is all for us, but it is not ours. It is somebody else's property. It is for us, but it is the property that belongs to that one eternal power, because we also belong to Him and we will one day go back to Him. As we read in our holy verses, but seldom do we want to accept it, for the very fact that human, along with mind and heart and conscious level, is gifted with something called ego. It is actually the consciousness levels and the awareness which we have formed in the form of ego, because that is the state of mind which we actually keep ourselves in for the major confidence levels that we want to exercise. If man doesn't keep the ego levels intact, then he will feel that he is not the one who is controlling. He will not be the controller, and the moment he is not the controller, he will be full of all scare, fear and all kind of notions that no, this is not happening my way. But the fact lies here, this cannot happen our way. It will happen only His way, and we only have one choice: to submit ourselves to that one power who has created all of us. How? I keep telling people that it is not that we don't want to believe. It is not that we actually don't want to believe. It is the ego again hidden within us that is not letting us believe. Because once we believe, then we have to submit ourselves to that Almighty, that we are His creation, and it is much, much beyond science. Science is a very small part of His existence, because the existence in itself is so huge and vast that science cannot explain each and everything, because science is yet in its journey of discovering and inventing things and knowing them. And even the things that science claims that it has invented is the creation of that one supreme entity. What has He given us and what has He stored for us that is in hidden, that is in secret, which is for the people with all our pride and dignity when we address ourselves as human beings, and then children of our parents, citizens of a country, students of a particular institution, and workers and employees of a particular organization or the owner of our own businesses or proprietorship. Now, don't we address the very fact that we fail to accept that we are firstly the creation of that Almighty? No, we never say that. Seldom do we say that, because the it ego hidden within us in the deep levels of our subconscious prevents us from doing this act. We need to move beyond science. This practice is not for anybody. This is for our benefit, because it's only then we will be able to reap the secret benefits hidden from us. It is hidden from our eyes. We cannot see it. We can only reach those secrets, those benefits that are in store for us in the universe. We can make the best out of it only by believing, having faith, and having complete conviction that He is the one who is guarding all my actions and I am answerable and accountable to Him. Then will arrive that time when I will not have the need to fight for your human right, and there will be no need of you fighting for my human right, because the biggest identity we all will have will be the biggest dignified identity and the most respectable identity of any human being is we are all one, the creation of that one supreme power who has given us everything, not in equal distribution, but in all right, and that right belongs to Him. It is just the rentals we are using. Please remember, it is very important for us to keep this one fact in his mind. The practice of gratitude is for our benefit, the benefits of the human, and not for that supreme power who has all power, who has all the compassion and love, and He is the perfection in Himself. It is for us to practice for our benefit. Please practice gratitude. Do not miss out on practicing gratitude. Whatever we eat, whatever we drink, we have from our childhood read it in the books, in the holy verses, heard it from our teachers, from our elders that practice gratitude, but we think it to be a thought for the day or a good note to read, to say, to speak, to discuss, but not practice. How much ever you preach others, how much ever you hear it from anybody, how much ever you read it in the book, till you practice, it's going to be of no use. And practicing is, when you eat, thank Him. When you drink, thank Him. When any action you take, when we use any resource of this earth, for example, when we use water or misuse water, keep in this mind, this has been sent to us as a favor from that Creator. We could have been in a place where there is no water. In generations before us, times before us, years before us, think of it, we are born in this generation. It is a gift from Him. It is a big favor from that Creator that we are born in this generations. People before us, our ancestors, they have spent time in scorching heat, days without water. They have struggled a lot. That struggle which we don't even have, we cannot even imagine the level of struggle that they have gone through, and we have been created in this generation. Do we actually not value it? He who has given to us can take it back from us any moment He wants. How will you feel if you built a house, furnished it with all the amenities, and you have allowed a family to stay in that house? They are staying there without paying any rentals. They are misusing the resources, the amenities that you have given. They are scratching on the walls, and they are spoiling, they are ruining the furnitures, and they are staying very unhappily when you have given them the apartment to stay organized and in a very happy and dignified manner, but they are ruining their lives in fighting. They are not paying the rentals and forget about everything. They don't have the thankfulness within them. They are so ungrateful that they don't even want to admit that it is you who has built that house, because since it has been many years that they have been staying in that house, so they have got a sense of pride that it all belongs to them and it doesn't have anything to do with any other entity or power, said they don't have the binding that they have to be thankful to any such power. They are not bound to follow any rules. They can do anything that they want. They can ruin the furnishing of that house and spoil the amenities of that house. Now, what the Almighty must be thinking about us? Have you ever thought that what relation have you built with that one power who has created you? What he must be thinking about you, what he must be thinking about me, about my actions that I do. When I don't keep in my mind that this hand that I'm using to do any action, for example, take a piece of glass or a mobile phone and throw it on the ground when I'm angry, do I not see that what is it the hand I'm using for? To express my anger, to burst out, to vent out my anger. When I do something like this, or when I shout on some other human being, I use my vocals to vent out my anger by making somebody else's life hell. That somebody is the creation of that very Almighty, that supreme power who has created me as well. Do I not think what he must be thinking about me? Now forget about, let's keep one side the reward or the punishment or the consequence he has kept for us. That is the return of the karma, the consequence of the deed, and the reaction of that action we are doing. Let's keep that aside for once and just think what he must be thinking about us. That how shameless are we today? Environment and Mother Earth has become a cause that needs to be addressed. People are fighting that we are exploiting the resources that has been actually given to us by whom? By somebody, that is that one power who has gifted us. Today, we have to fight for the resources of our Mother Earth. We misuse water. We misuse our environmental resources. We do not value anything. We humans are promoting all sort of gases that are causing so much damage to our environment. We do not put the fans off when we walk out of the house. You know, the fact is, it is just the electricity bill that is the only reason for which we actually put off the fan when we go out. Suppose there is free electricity, we get electricity for free. We are going to misuse the lights and fans of our houses big time, and this is the very fact. This exposes the true nature of we humans. Ask yourselves once, suppose I ask myself, if the electricity is free, what do I do with it? Water is free, I go out, I know that other people around me will suffer and not get water if I overuse it or misuse it. And so is the fact with electricity. What we are going to do? But the electricity is free. But it's just that if I don't take care of it and misuse the electricity, I will not have to pay any extra bills. It is just that people around me will not get sufficient electricity. What will I do? I will misuse it. And this exposes the true face of my personality, the actual ugly face of my personality. Why I am saying me? Because it applies to you and others as well. But if I say you, you're going to feel bad. So I am saying me because I am no different from you. And you're no different from me. We have the same human core values of selfishness completely ingrained within us, and we have done it ourselves, because every action that we take, there is just one thing we miss out on, that it is he who is the controller and it is he whose amenities we are using. Somebody is poor, somebody is rich, somebody is middle class. He has given us whatever situations you are in. Make the best out of it and do not exploit it, because when you start exploiting it, then he begins to give the consequences accordingly. Before being anything, we are the creation of that creator. Seldom do we admit it, or even if we admit, we do not recognize or remember it in every step that we take and in every action do we actually do. Because if we do that, the world will become a better place for all the human beings. Then there will be no particular reason or no such issue will crop up where one human will need to fight for the rights of another human, because every human will know that the property that we are using is actually a rent, is actually a rental. You say a rental apartment is that universe we are staying in. We fight in the name of humanity, failing to recognize, no, we actually recognize, but failing to admit the fact that the humanity in the name of which we fight, those humans are the creation of that Almighty. Only it is His favor and the creation and the mind also that He has gifted us with, that we, with all our confidence and force and all that dignity, we say that we are humans and humanity has a space, and we fight for human values and human rights, and we say that human rights are being suppressed. Do we first of all admit that this human that we utter with our mouths and we fight for these issues of humanity, it is the creation first of all of that Almighty. Why is it that one human will not have the need to fight for the right of another human? No need to fight for human rights, absolutely no need to fight for human rights, because the moment we realize that each of us, the humans that we call, we are created out of the clay that the Almighty has designed for us, and He has designed us such that our rights are actually equal and we are all one in His eyes, because it is His creation. We fight in the name of that Almighty, we fight in the name of religion, we fight in the name of humans, we fight in the name of dignity of labor. It's the dignity of the human and the very fact that we all are His creation is our biggest identity and the biggest dignity. There cannot be anything more respectful but to actually admit the fact that I belong to Him and I will go back to Him.